Hey, what's going on everyone? It's been a minute since we've talked about the upcoming Venom movie from Sony Pictures starring Tom Hardy, but we have some alarming news to talk about in this update. So this comes to us from Jeremy Conrad over on his blog manabyte.com, which I'll leave a link down in the description box below so you guys can read it in full, but apparently he's heard of a plot leak spreading around for Venom that does not bode well for the movie this fall. According to the plot leak, there won't be much Venom in the upcoming Venom movie, that is the actual symbiote costume or whatever. The majority of the film will see the symbiote manifesting itself around Eddie Brock's arms as tendrils and additional arms, and actually as a shield and battering ram during a car chase sequence. Now that sequence is of course the thing that we see in the trailer where he's riding on the motorcycle and he rides straight through two SUVs and they both flip and crash over one another, and I guess that's the point where there makes some sort of a shield that crashes into them. There was also a leaked set video where he was on the motorcycle and it started to kind of take flight, and that was supposedly due to wire work, which will probably be replaced by tendril arms from the symbiote in the actual film. Now he does say that the plot spoilers mentioned in this leak do line up with everything that we saw in the teaser trailer, and that unfortunately it looks like we're not going to be getting much of Eddie Brock wearing the actual Venom suit until the final fight of the movie. Yep, the final fight for only a few minutes. According to the leak, there will be multiple symbiotes though, however. There are 3 in the film. There is Venom that attaches itself to Eddie Brock, the one that the villain uses that he fights at the end, and a third one that seemingly kills the scientist that it bonds with, which has been rumored to be Carnage, setting up for a sequel. So he does point out that this does seem very plausible given that this film does have a small budget, because it's kind of like a trial run for Sony, I guess, because they wanted to do something similar to how Fox made Deadpool for very cheap, and they wanted to kind of do that with their Sony Marvel Universe, make like low budget R-rated grimy and gritty films focusing on spin-off villains from the Spider-Man universe. Like we know Silver and Black is coming out, focusing on Black Cat and Silver Sable, which will likely be low budget as well. There's also been rumors of a Kraven the Hunter and Mysterio spin-off film, Morbius the Vampire, and Night Watch. So it's very curious if this all comes true, the whole thing about Venom hardly being in the movie. But I guess you could kind of say, well, they're trying to do this thing where it's like an origin film where he just sort of learns how to harness the symbiote in this movie, and then if this is by somehow chance successful, then we get a second one and he actually has the suit the whole movie. Maybe that'll happen, maybe not. We don't really know. By the tone of the trailer, it looks like they're going for something radically different than the traditional Eddie Brock from the comic books and everything. So honestly, this wouldn't really surprise me, but it is a little disappointing because I have been kind of interested in this movie from the beginning. I mean, ever since Tom Hardy signed on, I was like, okay, this actually could be really cool. He usually doesn't sign up for bad movies, but at the same time, it is Sony ultimately being involved. Avi Arad and Matt Tolmach, who were responsible for kind of derailing the franchise with the Amazing Spider-Man films. So drop your thoughts down in the comments below. Are you guys bummed out that we probably won't be seeing much of Venom at all in the movie titled Venom? Because it almost seems kind of weird that they would market it with the symbiote's eyes and mouth and everything. In the trailer you see it, on the poster and everything, but then in the film we hardly see the character at all, only seeing the full costume realized for maybe 5 minutes of a fight sequence at the end of the movie. That kind of seems like a big letdown. But like I said, drop your thoughts down in the usual spot, and for the latest updates on everything in the Marvel Universe, be sure to subscribe to Hybrid Network. Thank you guys again for checking this video out. If you want to get even more updates from us, check out our social media platforms, our website for news and editorials, and if you want to see our content improve and help us out, donate to us on our Patreon and you can get exclusive rewards.